my name is Rachel and I'm here today to do the How Well Do I Know My Books challenge. I've never done a challenge video that's been uploaded. Anyway, I did do a challenge video about a month ago and I did so horrendously terrible at it, and I was literally just slagging myself off the entire video, that I didn't actually edit and upload it. I still have it, so if this goes well, maybe I'll upload it. Maybe I won't, who knows. But this looks like a fun challenge, so I decided to do it. This was started by Jessiethereader, so I will link his video down below. And basically, you get two numbers and use them as coordinates. First number is for the bookshelf, and the second number is for the specific book. Now, I'm going to be doing this video off of 6 bookshelves, so I'm going to be doing these 3 on this side and these 3 on this side, mainly because I don't want to do the one that's directly behind me. That's the Harry Potter shelf. All the books are Harry Potter books, so it's going to be the same answer every time. All my other shelves have books that I have not read on them, whereas because I recently separated my books into my read and my unread books, I have actually read all the books that are on those 6 shelves. First number will be at 6. The second number I've put in 32 just because I counted, and a shelf on average has about 32 books on it. If I end up with not enough, I'll just circle back around and keep counting. The first book is Moonrise, and it says, without looking at the description, tell us what this book is about. So this book is told in verse, and it definitely follows a protagonist whose brother, I think, is in jail, and he goes across the country to visit his brother in jail, and he meets a girl in a cafe. I don't remember everything. I gave this book 4 stars. I feel like I should remember more, but it's definitely like the prison thing. Joe hasn't seen his brother for 10 years, and it's the most brutal of reasons. Ed is on death row. Okay, I forgot he was on death row, but death row is a place in jail, so still counts. And he goes to visit him. That I'm gonna say that's right. I've done pretty well with that one. Question number 2 is, what is the genre of this book? It's a YA, but YA is not a genre. Fantasy? I mean, it's about angels. Doesn't even say on here. I will look this up in editing and tell you if I'm right or wrong. Question number 3 is, without looking, tell us what is on the cover of the book. 13. Oh my god, I know what's on this book. I know what's on this book. Okay, I promise I haven't looked. I haven't looked. This has a centipede on it, and he's blue, and he's called Harry the something centipede, and my mum used to read it to me all the time, and that's why it's destroyed and all sellotape together. But it has a blue centipede on the front of it. I knew this. Oh, it's the same illustrator that does Horrid Henry as well. The next one is, what is the main character's name? And the book I got is The Importance of Being Earnest. I'm gonna just stick with that one because I haven't read any of the other plays in here. I want to say Ernest, but no one's called Ernest. Everyone just wants to be called Ernest. I'm pretty sure that the guy in it is called Jack. The main one who's like the baby in the cloakroom. Jack! Oh my god, yeah! He is called Jack. This is from shelf 2 and it's book 23, and the question is to name a character, and a side character in this book is that guy. I feel like it's really close to his name being Rowan, but that I'm not right. I don't feel like he is called Rowan. What is his name? Cale isn't in this book anymore, is he? Dorian! Dorian's still in this book. I think Dorian has some POV chapters. So I'm gonna go with Dorian. Let's see how wrong I was. What is his real name? It definitely is. Oh, it is Rowan! Oh, for fuck's sake! It was Rowan. I named 2. I should get extra points. The next book I have is Eleanor and Pat, and the question is to guess how many pages the book has without looking. And if you get 25 pages above or below, then you still win. I say 300 or 350. I'm going to say around 350. 329. That is within the 25 mark. So the next question is, what did you rate this book without looking? And it is going to be the first book on the second shelf. So that book is Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. I would have even given this 3.5 or 4, but I didn't enjoy the challenges in this as much. So I feel like I would have given it 3.5 stars. That's what I'm going to go with. Okay, so then we have, without looking, where does this book take place? So the book I got was The Turn of the Screw by Henry James. I'm going to say that one because I haven't read The Aspen Papers. This book takes place in England. I fucking studied this book. I should know everything about it, but I do not. Let's have a look. A country house. Oh, it only says a country house. I mean, it is set in England. And I feel like, you know, I did say England. I should get a point for that. The book is absolutely destroyed by me writing on it at college. I'm still going to count that. It's set in England, so. Can I just say what you can't see while I'm filming this video is the little gorgeous bugger on the floor. Look at her just enjoying her life. So the next question is, without looking, what are the parents' names? And the one I got for that was Crown of Midnight, because apparently I'm literally only getting Sarah J Maas books in this. Am I allowed to say? Because it's a pretty big spoiler. I just can't remember specifically who her parents are. I know that they were a king and queen. Charlie, will you stop licking the floor, please? Honestly. The next question is, what colour is the book underneath the dust jacket? I only did this for like bookshelf 1 because that had quite a lot of hardbacks on it, because I don't have a lot of hardbacks on my shelves. This was clearly made by an American person who doesn't have a lot of paperbacks. But the one that I got is the white book by Han Kang. I'm pretty sure this is white underneath because it's the white book. It's white everywhere. It's white. I win. Without looking, is there anything on the hardback like an imprint or an image of some sort? Really want to go for hardbacks, don't they? I don't have a lot of hardbacks like Americans do. So the book I ended up with for this one is Overshare by Rose and Rosie. So does it have anything on the hardback like an imprint? I'm gonna say it doesn't have anything underneath. It doesn't! Yay! Without taking the dust jacket off, what is the colour of the font on the hardback? Fucking hell, fuck off with your hardback! So for this one I ended up with The Shining by Stephen King. So what is the font underneath the dust jacket? I'm just going to say it's going to be exactly the same as this font. I don't know the names of fonts, but it's going to be this. Yeah, it's exactly the same. I'm a winner. So this one I got Frenchman's Creek by Daphne du Maurier, and the question is, does it have numbers or chapter titles? I'm going to say it just has chapter numbers. I don't think it has titles. Yeah, chapter numbers. I'm a winner. Next one is, without looking at the book cover, does it have an award sticker on it? Back to shelf 2 again. 28. No, this doesn't have an award sticker on it. No, it does not. It does not have an award sticker on it. This is The Once and Future King by T.H. White. King Arthur and shit. It's very good. Well, I've only read the first one, but it was very, very good. I enjoyed it. The next one is, without looking, does this book have any author blurbs on the cover? On the front cover. So the one I got for that is Jumanji's Room by James Baldwin, which I'm going to say is not going to have any author things on the cover, just because I don't think Penguin Modern put any author quotes on the front of their books. They do put them on the back, but they don't put them on the front. I'm right. They are on the back. I am so right. Does this book have a description on the back of it? So I got Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll for this. I'm unsure whether it's going to have a description on the back. It does have a hell of a lot of writing on the back. I'm unsure whether there's going to be a description of this book on the back, because this is like one of the editions that I was told to get for university, and it's more like an academic edition. It has a lot of academic essays on Alice in Wonderland on the back of it. So I'm like, will it have a blurb, because it's more for like an academia thing than for the story? But then it has so much writing on the back that I feel like it must have a description. So I'm gonna say yes. This perennially popular Norton Critical Edition, 1986, a very rich background section. Readers gain understanding of the author's family and education, reflecting the wealth of new scholarship. Published. No! This does not have a description of the book on the back. It just has a description of all the academic shit in it, which I'm gonna say I don't get a point for, but like, I mean, it is what's in this book, but it's not actually a description of Alice in Wonderland. Like, it's not a blurb for the book, so I'm gonna say no. Next one is, does this book have an author photo? Ooh, that's a difficult one. This is When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. I think this will have an author photo because Paul Kalanithi died before this book came out. This is a memoir of him having terminal cancer, learning that he's going to die, and coming to terms with the things that he's done in his life and the things that he didn't manage to achieve in his life and that sort of thing. So I feel like they would put a picture in here. Yes, I am a winner. This is going a hell of a lot better than that other video I mentioned. Next question is this author using a pen name? Ooh, no. This specific copy in this edition in this book is not using a pen name. Emily Bronte did write Wuthering Heights. However, this book was published under a pen name. I don't know which one she had. It'll definitely be the second name, Bell, but it either would have been Acton Bell, Ellis Bell, and I can't remember what the other one was. But all the Bronte sisters published under another name. But this one isn't. This has got her real name on it. So I'm just like an overachiever with getting points on that question. Oh, that's hard. Right, the next question is, what POV is this book written in, first or third? Which is quite difficult. I do actually pay a lot more attention to this than I used to, but I feel like that's a very, very difficult question to answer. Okay, so I got Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I'm pretty sure this is in third person. Let's have a look. He was restored, and I often thought, What? How is this written in first person? Oh my god, all classics are written in third person. I thought this was like a given. So this is written in first person, not third. Most classics are written in third. But fuck this one. I mean, I love it, but fuck it, whatever. The next one is, does this book have any pictures or graphics in it? And for that, I've got Breaking Dawn. I'm gonna say no. There's no maps because it's not like fantasy. It's not got any designs around the page numbers or the chapter titles. So I'm gonna go with no. Not looking like any graphics. Oh wait, do these arrows on the page numbers count as graphics? I'm unsure, they're like tiny arrows. Are they gonna count? Because that's fucking ridiculous. I think I lose because of the little thing around the page numbers. I'm pretty pissed off about that. Ugh! Next one. Fuck off, Twilight. Next one is book 3 of shelf 3, and does it have an epilogue? So the book I got for that is Checkmate by Mallory Blackman, which I talk about this a lot. I'm gonna say that this doesn't have an epilogue because there is a 4th book in this series called Double Cross. So why write an epilogue if you've not got to the end of the series? Completely forgot about these characters. Okay, you know what? I actually think that this book has an epilogue. Well, they've not called it an epilogue, so it doesn't count because the book ends and then it goes back to some other characters that are in the book, but it doesn't say epilogue. So fuck that, I'm getting the point. The next question is, does this book have a prologue? And for that one, I got Citizen by Claudia Rankin, and no, it does not have a prologue because it's a non-fiction book. Non-fiction books don't have prologues. Am I right though? Yes, I am. It goes straight in with number 1. The next one is this book signed? And it's number 32 on shelf 6. This one is Remember Me by Sophie Kinsella. No, it is not signed. I am correct. I have hardly any signed books, so I always know very specifically which ones are signed. This isn't one of them. The next question is, do the page numbers have a design above or below them, or no design at all? Ooh, So this is a hard one. I got The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. This is a book that I actually really need to reread because I read it when I was like 11 or 12. Like I read it when it came out and it was huge, but I was so young. Like I read it not actually knowing what mental health was or different mental health disorders. I just didn't know. So I feel like this is a book that does need a reread, and I have no idea what it's gonna look like on the inside. I'm like stuck because it's an adult book and it's by Vintage, so I would say no signs on the page numbers, but then because of the boy and his mindset and the kind of style of his thinking, maybe there could be. I think there's like graphics and little drawings and stuff. I'm gonna say no on the page numbers. Damn it! There's little tiny circles around the page numbers, so fuck Mark Haddon. What a dick. I actually don't know if I'm doing well on this or not. Like, I can't tell. Next one is, do the chapter headers have designs on them? And I got Doctor Sleep by Stephen King. So he doesn't really do proper chapters. So I'm gonna say no. Look how right I am, bitch. The next question is, are the acknowledgements in the front or the back of the book? So I got The Hound of the Baskervilles by Arthur Conan Doyle, which, I mean, I'm thinking it might not even have any acknowledgements because I don't think classics have acknowledgements. I don't think a lot of writers used to put acknowledgements in the book. I think it's more of a newer thing. So I'm actually going to say that there aren't any acknowledgements in this book. There's none at the front. Let's go for the back. There is no acknowledgements. 2 questions left. The first one is, what year was this book published? Are you fucking kidding me? Got the Once and Future King again. Shit's old. I don't know when this was published. Are we joking here? It's got Harry's spiritual ancestor on the back of it. Spiritual ancestor. That means old. And this is old. This was one of the first books we did on my fantasy course. And it's about King Arthur. And it's like a classic about King Arthur. Like, I feel like it's old. Like, it's old. 1915. It's not going to be right. The Once and Future King copyright to THY is 1939. So I am wrong. The last question is, what year did you read this book? I can't get it out. Okay, so the book for that one is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I read this book the year it came out because I have it in a hardcover. So that's how I know. I know I read it in Switzerland. Did I read it in 2017 or 2018? I definitely didn't read it in 2019. I didn't read it in the second half of 2018. I think I could have read this in 2018. No, 2017. Was this book published? I'm going to say 2017. Yes! 2017! Great Britain by Penguin Books, 2017. Bitch, I'm ending on a high. got a point there. Well done me. That's the end of the questions and the end of the challenge. That was a lot of questions. If you enjoyed this video, tell me to edit the other challenge that I did, but like, it went so bad. I was so pissed off. I realised how competitive I was when I was doing that, and I just had a very aggressive nature. But if you want to see that, let me know and I will attempt to edit it. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!